Hi, and welcome to a new year. Happy New Year, everyone, and a new start on YouTube for me. So it's a new year, it's 2026 now, and this channel was kind of inactive. It was a plan that I had originally, and something I wanted to try out. Originally, I just played Minecraft. I uploaded 3 videos to it and took one of them down, but the other 2 are gonna stay up. And this is another one that's not so professionally made, especially because I don't have the experience, but I just wanted to give a start to myself. And what's in the background is kind of one of my first attempts to create a goal list, or in Notion, where you can create your goals. They are sorted by the quarter of the year that they are in, and I just wanted it to put it in the background because this is one of the projects I'm gonna work on this year. I want to try myself on creating different things, and therefore decided that this channel has gonna have a different approach than the last time. It's not about making a specific gaming type of content, and more like a progress, how I develop, how all of this develops. And for the beginning, I have the goal to upload 1 video every week at least. If I have more time, sure, more can follow. But this is kind of something for me to have a reason to do it, and especially the reason why I upload this and put it online is because I want to not only have myself thinking about wanting to try things and work on things and get better in different kind of stuff. I also want other people that don't necessarily know me be aware of that and maybe expect something from me, like a new update, how it's going, and therefore I have a different type of motivation maybe. And so the goal of this channel is going to be to just show the progress from beginning in, for example, what you see in the background right now, a Notion template that I created, because I have the project is wrong, more an idea that I've seen these second brain templates. I want to create something like that, and not just because it's something that I can create, that I can develop myself and kind of like shine in my own way. And therefore I want to use this to kind of create guides on how to create different parts, how to connect them, so you could create them yourself. Besides that, I originally planned to create an app. I started working on the concept of it, but never actually went into programming, partially because it takes a lot of time, and I definitely don't have the experience or the knowledge. I know a decent bit in programming since I've studied it for a while, but I'm not that good, especially in the creating type of thing. Until now, I haven't really done any creative work, so this Notion is kind of my first start. And programming is, I want to go from the concepts, from the sketches, want to create as a tutorial to use this and maybe end up creating and launching an own app. Another project of mine is I want to try some home labbing. Especially for that, I started OVM. I have a computer currently that has 2 SSDs in it, and I only use one. Everything I do is on Linux, so it's kind of rough because I just recently switched, and I couldn't use this second SSD, so I tried to install a VM and over that launched OVM on the second SSD, which isn't working like I wanted, at least until now, but I plan on working on that and later on be able to make a guide on how I did it, how other people might be able to do so as well, and just simply try to help other people with the experiences that I make and the mistakes I make and how I learn. Another aspect is still gaming, and I plan on making some episodes about finishing games, because I tried multiple games over the years. I've never been that much of a gamer, but a common theme is that I don't finish my games that I start, and therefore I want to use this and maybe streaming to kind of get into actually completing these games and not only thinking about it and doing a bit and then stopping, because when there are episodes before, people want to see more, and therefore it's kind of a motivation to keep going. Another big part of my life is reading, especially fantasy and development books, and therefore I've read quite a lot, and I thought about maybe I would be able to post book reviews, especially since book reviews are part of what I wanted to program originally as an app, and therefore I might use this or just simply get experience, see what other people make, and overall just simply get that done. Another part is cooking. I really like to cook, I really like to bake, and some of my recipes are or many of my recipes are self-created, and sometimes I've been asked about the recipes and I've just simply told them, and it's just I've eaten something at a restaurant and think, oh, okay, I want to create that myself, and then I sit at home and I'm like, well, none of the recipes look like I like them, or I don't have the ingredients, or another thing, oh well, then there's impromise to be done. And improvising is something that a lot of people are scared of, but yeah, it sometimes fails, but it can also create some really good recipes. Some that I really like to make are that way. Others I've been asked about, and the first kind of thing that I did creative was create kind of layout for my recipes. Since I didn't just want to give them to these people, I wanted to create something theme related. For example, for Christmas, I made some waffles and my neighbor enjoyed them, so Christmas themed template, put the recipe on it, and then was able to give to that. And it was not just like, oh well, I'm gonna send you a link or anything. I've given her something that I created, not just the recipe itself, but also something that you can look at. And it's important that things are not just there, but also fun to work with. Another aspect is sport. I used to work out a decent amount, but that has kind of slacked off over the last year. But I'm planning on starting this year again, or since it's the 3rd of January, I also already started, of course. The last 3 days, my real first Notion template is actually a habit tracker. I plan on showcasing that another time, and therefore this was kind of something that I always wanted, where you can see your progress and really have an overlay I'm not a big fan of just using what other people created or putting my stuff in front of the nose of so many other people. Considering I'm making this video, this is kind of controversial since I plan on posting this, and it really makes me damn nervous to just record this. I already recorded a video that was pre-recorded today. It took me like 4 hours to create a 20 minutes raw file and then just cut it down to 15 minutes. And I'm not that skilled yet. I plan on improving, and yeah, I would just want to take everyone who wants to see it along. This is also something like, if I get better, it's not just like, oh well, there is a person that just simply is good at it, but this video, it's not as I would love it to be, especially since I'm not a native English speaker, but my English skills are also gonna improve, especially when I talk, not only read, but also talk. But I can tell people, no, I've not been that good at the start. I can just say, here, there you go, to have some proof that I started, that it was bad, that it has gotten better, and therefore the change over the time, it's a documentation for me, it's a documentation for everyone who wants to know, who wants to take this route as well. And maybe it's not just about this channel, about creating content, it's also about maybe projects that I finish, that I upload, that I show, just simply that I have a documentation for myself. What was it like a year ago? So I have an option to visibly see how I developed myself, and also can kind of like keep doing this, and I can compare, it just gives me more options to realize what I did in the future, and something that would actually be smart, especially for something like this, to have a script that I could just simply read. But as my brother said as well, it sounds more robotic or not so personally, and it doesn't has to be perfect. Therefore, it's okay to just have a list with some points written down that I want to mention. So, you have the last point. Not everything is perfect, and it isn't supposed to be, especially in the beginning. Later on, to want to create something perfect is totally fine, but not now. That can come later. And yeah, there are many things that I would like to share over time. Many things that I could share already, but I also know that I don't want to go ahead and say, this is everything I've done until now, and there you go. 2 weeks, every day one upload, and then I'm like, well, that's it. I don't have any interest in it anymore. And therefore, I am gonna try to take this really one video per week. I will have to decide what I want to upload when, how I want to upload it, what type or style I want to try out. So yeah, for everyone who listened until now, thanks for listening, and I wish all of you a Happy New Year, and I hope we see again in the future, or maybe we have seen and you see this to just check out how I started. So have a nice day.